Shoot. I just realized I was on mute that whole time. Ah! Newbie! All right. Anyway, well, at least you got to see a little bit of Jones. Also, what is going on here? I'm a mess. Well, this is what I get for trying to start a little early. What I was trying to say was I planned on starting a little earlier today so that I can see if I can squeeze in 3 full sprints before I have to run some errands today. Like picking up my new glasses. These are my old glasses, but I did get a little chain thing because I'm kind of embracing like my old lady era. I'm not really sure, but I'm kind of loving it. So, anyway, I have my new glasses to pick up. I have some protein I need to pick up because I started running, and so I've been doing protein shakes. And apparently, the second I start using protein in the house, everyone in the house wants to do protein, and so we ran out real quick, and now I need to go get some more. And then I'm also going to be plant sitting for someone while they are away for a month. So I have to go pick up my new visitor, who I will probably name because I don't know why. I just feel like it deserves a name. It's a little succulent plant that might be struggling a bit and needs some revitalization. And so I'm going to put it with the rest of my other plants and give it the same amber treatment that I give all my plants. And hopefully I will be able to, if not keep it alive, I will be able to help it to flourish while my friend is away for a month. So that is the plan, life plan today. As far as writing goes, let me get some music going. Today I'm kind of feeling a little cozy. I think cozy might help me kind of stay in the zone a bit today. Ooh, I don't know. All right, we'll see. Let's see. How's the volume here? It's a little quiet. And I'm going to turn this down on my end. There we go. Everybody loves seeing behind the scenes stuff, right? Alrighty. So since I'm starting a little bit earlier, that means I have a little bit of day job work to do. So I am going to do that, wrap that up. That'll probably be my first sprint, is just trying to get into the focus zone, finishing up some day job work. I have a couple emails and things I need to respond to. And then probably in the next few sprints, I plan to get to that short story edit today because I need to get focused on it. And I also spent some time yesterday thinking more on how I want to structure it because of the timeline. So I think I'm in a good spot today to work on it because my brain is already primed on kind of how I want to attack that problem. I also talked with the organizers at Page, and I think I have decided that I will run the 1-2-2-1 amount of events for Page. So now I just have to buckle down and do those event submissions. What else? I guess we'll figure it out as we go. But that's plenty to keep me busy for at least the first few sprints. Yeah. I think we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to move over here to this, and I'm going to start my timer. If you're in the chat and you want to share, let me know what you will be working on during our sprint. As always, I'm highly distractible. Feel free to chat in there while we're in focus time. I may or may not respond. No promises. And I also have a new writing prompt up here based off of our conversation yesterday. So if you need something to help kind of get your juices flowing, you can use that writing prompt, which now I just realized did something weird on the screen. Maybe that was just me. Maybe I do need my new glasses. Let's keep an eye on that. Always something to tweak with Twitch streams. All right, let's get started. Um, oh, hey, Doc is in the chat. Getting MagmaCon ads ready for my socials. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm waiting for some information from Fantastical Geographic, but I created an ad that I think will help cross promote MagmaCon in Fantastical Geographic, and then at MagmaCon I can also pitch Fantastical Geographic. So we have a little bit of some crossover promotion there. Also, keep I'm gonna let everybody know now, or I'll let everybody know every day while I'm streaming, that I think this Friday when I do my podcast stream, I will be doing a giveaway for a free badge to MagmaCon. So spread the word to your friends that on Friday, if they want to get a free ticket to MagmaCon, they might want to join the stream and join the giveaway. All right. Yeah. Hey, Doc. I'm glad you're here. All right. So I'm going to get started on some day job work so that I can get to the creative stuff. So I'm going to start my timer and I'll see y'all on the other side. Oh, cancel that. There we go. All right. Digging this cozy music, which should have no vocals. Yeah. All right. Instrumental only. Good, good, good. Oh, let's update that here. shoot, I gotta stop doing that. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That was a good burp. We'll just save it in there like that. 627. Did I do that yesterday? I didn't do it yesterday? That is wild. What? What? How did that happen? Hey, do you want down? Here, come here. I got you. There you go. Hey, yeah. Close that. Okay, I think that did it. Two, 6, 2, 7. Oh, shoot. Oh, I hate when I do that. Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Shoot. Can it go away? Blank QZ. Yeah, so day job stuff. I sent a wrong invoice to a client. I thought I sent it yesterday, so I looked and then I realized, well, I didn't send it. So I sent it and then realized after I sent it that I did send the invoice yesterday. It was a different invoice number. So that's why I didn't see that I sent it, because I appropriately did not send it yesterday because I shouldn't have sent it. Yeah, yeah. And now I'm waiting for it to come through into the email so I can like let them know, hey, avoid this, but I don't know what's going on here. Like it's just something happened. Dag nabbit. Now I gotta get back to. Won't it be nice when my world consists of creative work that I feel more adept in, even though I have an accounting background? This is not my love. There it is. There's the invoice. Oh, okay. Yeah. 2627. That is so true. If you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. It's true and also not 100% because, like, I could write every day and be very happy, but unless I can be successful at writing and have it be my job, then I have to do the things I don't love, which is like marketing and like I love hanging out on Twitch, but like all the social media like endeavors to kind of engage in all the different audiences can be a lot. And yet it all kind of comes with the writing. If I, in my idea of like a business plan for writing. All right. Ooh, okay, finally that one thing is done, I believe. Yeah, okay. Today is Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Ah, okay. One more day job thing to do. $2:30. Shoot. Yeah, that's no longer free. Hmm. $14, $15. Yikes. I guess I should check here. Okay, cool. Still available. How do I update you? Go back. Well, that's annoying. There we go. Okay. Yay. I think that means all of my day job work is done. I think. Let me think about this. Let me look and see what else I have going on over here. If anything, all the urgent stuff is out of the way. Let me get back to this person. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't want to answer that one right now. Can't remember that other question I was going to ask. Shoot. Oh well, it'll come back. Oh. I think I'm going to move that to tomorrow. let's work on that. I get to work on creative stuff now. Okay. Oh, you're liking the music? Nice. Yeah, usually I go for something a little like epic adventure or like I think I had funk on one day. My choices are pretty eclectic, but I don't know. I just thought cozy felt good today. It felt like that was what my brain needed to focus, and it's nice. Glad you're enjoying it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna save that for the break. We got 5 minutes. You're the first person who has redeemed Tarot Your Day. So, looking forward to it. 5 minutes. Are you are you all hearing Jones? Cause Jones is just in the background, like having a little booty powwow on the dog bed. Oh, good. Only I get to enjoy that much noise. Do I need to add a mic near him so you all can hear like just imagine the noises that Stitch makes, Disney's Stitch, and magnify that by like I don't know, grossness factor, like juiciness and snot sounds and fart sounds and just the moistness of his mouth. Do you all need a mic for that? If you do, I will do it because I love it, but I don't know that everybody else does. I'm very hyper aware of how offensive his noises can be. Yeah, moistness. words matter. This is... What did I do to myself? Why did I do this? Yeah. This is good because I just hit a paragraph that I'm like, oh, I'm stumbling over how to reframe it, reword it. All right, let's get into a little break screen. And let me set my timer. Oh, was it so loud? I'm so sorry. Oh no. I'm so sorry. I thought I had fixed the volume on that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Where are we here? Timer. Is there... There we go. Oh, I'm so sorry that the volume was so loud. Okay. I think I fixed it. Okay. I'm so... Oh, I hate that. Okay. After all this nice, cozy music, and then I just bing bong you with noises. Okay, take a short break. Timer is started. Oh, all right. Let's redeem your tarot for the day. You are the first person to redeem this. Tarot your day. All right. So my friend Geeky Broken Hoodie does this thing where he rolls dice and kind of gives you a little fortune for your day, which I could also do. I don't even know if I have something like that in my Purdy Nerdy Points. Excuse me. But I have these lovely, lovely tarot cards. Here we go. That I have been gifted. Look at how beautiful and shiny they are on the sides. So there's those. That's the front for you guys. Ha ha ha. Okay. So I am going to... Hold on. There's some random stuff in the middle here. Let me make sure to pull those out. Yeah, it goes from nice and calm to FU. You know, I'm, again, very sorry. Although that is kind of sort of my vibe. I could be calm 1 minute and then FU the next. But I do apologize. That's not fun. I shouldn't have. I thought that volume was taken care of. All right, let's do this. I'm going to shuffle this tarot. Now, I am by no means like a trained professional. I did study a little bit for a D&D character and have always wanted to use these cards to kind of like help my character choose like her next set of actions. Like not at every single moment of the game, but just for like pivotal emotional points of actions that she needs to do. I was able to sort of kind of do this for the special guest spot that I had on that Real Play podcast, which I cannot recall the name of at the moment, but I can include a link in my liner notes to that episode. It is also on my link tree. All right, now, one thing I do know is I should probably be thinking about you, blank QZ. I should be thinking about your future, your present, your past. Maybe you should be thinking about that too. So I'm just going to close my eyes, one last shuffle, think about your day. All right, here we go. So literally, like, again, not a professional, just getting vibes because it's fun. Here we go. Oh, interesting. 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 Okay, so this is the first card I drew for you. Upside down. It's a little glary. Here we go. So this to me represents kind of where you came from today. Maybe this was your day yesterday, or your week, or your month. Everything leading up to yesterday. Boy, I really can't wait until my new glasses come in. So the vibe I'm getting off of that, I feel like your life has been a little crazy hectic. You've been hanging on for dear life, kind of like you're just woo-sawing it until something happens, and maybe everything will get better. This is the second card that I drew for you, the Queen of Cups. I am wondering if today, because this is tarot your day, not tarot your life or your week. So I have a feeling that there's a drink for you at the end of the day. And maybe it's going to get served to you by some woman in your life, or maybe you're going to be gifted with something that I think is going to help replenish a little bit of your what's the word I'm thinking of? It's going to refill your cup. Your cup is empty. All right. And then this is the third card I drew. Which, honestly, this was the first card. And then this is, there we go. The third card, sorry. I'm reading this as, like, whatever has been going on in your life that has, like, made you feel topsy-turvy and things are difficult and you're hanging on for dear life, that there will be people that will come in very soon, probably today since it's tarot your day, who will literally write your life in some way. They're going to grab those sticks and they're going to write them. Look at that. So you're going to be right side up with everybody. Or also, y'all are going to play some swords. All right. I hope that helped. Let me know if any of that comes true, because that would be crazy. When I did this for my D&D character for that one actual play, I pulled cards for another character. There was something that was about to happen to that character, and it was pretty wild because I didn't even know their backstories, and stuff just kind of lined up. Yeah, Saturday. That's going to be fun. We're going to be playing some Dur and Dur on Saturday. All right. Let's see. So, thank you for redeeming that, by the way. That was so cool. I'm going to streamline that process a little better and figure out how I want to do that. The more people, redeem it. Okay. Folks, what's going on? What am I doing today? What's next? Okay, so I'm going to keep working on that story. I really need to plug away at it and just be done with it. Afterwards, I think I have to submit my events for Paige. And then, hold on, where's my list? Where's my list? Yeah, Doom Scroll updates. I have that other submission that I was working on yesterday during the stream. See, this is why I need lists, folks. I mean, I don't know about you, but like I have a hard time remembering what I had for breakfast 2 hours ago, and then now I got to remember like all the different little creative projects that I'm on and the different due dates and stuff. There's no way I'm going to remember it all. Keep it all straight in my head. So I have 2 other submissions I need to turn into tabletop companies, and I probably need to get going on those. I started one yesterday. I need to nail that down. And that also has a word count limit, which I find that for me, what I have to do is I just have to write the dang thing, and then I tend to find that I'm over word count. And then I have to spend a good deal of time just staring at it, trying to figure out how to whittle down the words so that I can maintain the idea of what I just wrote down and use better word economy. to describe what I'm trying to explain. Um, so yeah, I need to finish that up. Um, Also, I probably should start looking at my schedule for next week and planning my playtest of Farm to Table Frenzy now that I've updated the map for accessibility, which was a really interesting exercise, by the way. So one of the feedback information. Well, anyway, the feedback that I had gotten from the last playtest was, hey, you know, there are a lot of folks actually in the community that they need maps and adventures that are plain text or just suited for like visual accessibility. And while the map that Doc created was amazing and I love it, I could tell that there was just a little bit of tweaking I needed to do to really clean it up and make it accessible for those folks that needed it. So that was a really good exercise for me, and I was able to kind of send it off to a few folks in that community to say, hey, does this work for accessibility? Can you view the areas that you need to view? Is everything big enough? Is it I had to kind of whittle back on some of the colors that were used on the map because there was a lot on the map, and so I needed to really dial it down to like just some basic color choices and blocking. So anyway, all that to say, I got a big thumbs up from the sight impaired. I hope I'm saying that right. Sight impaired community. And so now I just want to give it a play test because I did also have to change a few things around. So once I get that final play test in, there's the timer. Let me know how loud that is. Is it super loud? But I just want to give it one final play test, and then I can finally get that thing published. That one's looking very good. And I think that playtest needs to happen next week. I was going to maybe do it this week, but this is the first week after my son graduated, and I feel like it's taking me this entire week just to get all my ducks in a row and just to clean up all the weird little loose ends that I have a lot of little loose ends everywhere. So I'm going to tidy up my life, and then next week, I think, comes playtest. All right. I didn't get any feedback on the timer, so I hope that was not too loud. And I think we're ready to move into the next. Yes, it was still too loud, or yes, that was good. Oh no, my timer. Why do you do that? Now it just looks like 500 minutes. All right. Why do you do this to me, timer? Boop. We're going to do this like this. Okay. Timer. Lock that. Zombie. It was loud. Why? Why? You know why? Because I think my epidemic sound is playing off of my, screen sound, desktop sound. And so is the timer. Can I just... Hold on. Remind sound. Church bell. Can I make it silent? We're going to make it silent. Is there something... can I just get a little thing? No. Okay, we're gonna make it silent. I'll see, right? And if I don't see, the chat will tell me that time is up, right? Right? Because we're all in this together. All right. Let's get to this. So day job stuff is done. Woo! Let's get to finishing some creative work. Let's clean up my life, folks. Help me clean up my life. All right, here we go. Let me know what you're working on for this sprint, and I'll be around in the chat and stuff and things. Back to the story. Yep, Had to remind myself where we were at. Oh, this paragraph. Ugh, okay. Dimensional lettering and engravings. I mean, I feel like dimensional lettering is kind of self-explanatory, but maybe it's not. I'm just kind of envisioning like you're printing something and like you can feel the lettering, like it's embossed. Oh, interesting. Also, right out my window, there's like construction happening on the main street, and it makes me so angry because I'm losing my view of Mount Diablo, my beautiful view outside my backyard. And now all I see are like cranes, and I hear like beeping noises, which you guys aren't hearing, but I'm very upset. Huge letters on the side of a building. Interesting, interesting. Oh, very cool. Yeah, and also very lame. Construction happening, very lame. I think the one good side is we seem to have less issues with the foxes lately because probably all the construction has driven them away. But I mean, we put a lot of like security in place to protect our chickens since the first few fox attacks. So I would put up with foxes any day and still maintain my view than to have a bunch of houses built right in front of our beautiful view. All right, back to work, back to work. Ah, these bangs are killing me. Okay, there we go. Did anything exciting happen? Aside from the fact that I ended up restructuring 2 paragraphs to get rid of one. So I guess it's a good thing. Let me see where my word count is right now. Ooh. Yeah, I am 113 words over and I'm still not done editing. Hold on, I gotta go back here. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I feel like I need to. The thing about editing is like, I feel like I'm rereading the same section over and over and over again. And I know it's necessary, but my brain just kind of starts glossing over the things that I've touched a million times. Where'd it go? Here we go. Okay. There we go. Learning something new every day, folks. across another problem that I gotta figure out in this story. With 20 something seconds, I figure I can just talk it out. Let's see. Everybody, I'm warning you now in case it's going to be loud. It shouldn't be. I made the timer silent. Let's see. And then we can all celebrate together when it's not loud. Wonderful. It didn't make any noise. That's amazing. All right. Okay. Y'all. All right, let's get over here. Timer started for a short break. Okay, things are going good. I'm glad I took a day to think about how I wanted to restructure this story, because I feel like the edits are moving along a little smoother than I had anticipated, which is great. But then just right before this break, I came across a section where I came across a plot hole. So essentially, in this story, the main character and her best friend had taken a photo together, right? 10 years ago. And then her best friend dies 5 years ago. And that's when the main character realizes, oh, there's something to this. There's something in the picture, or something happened that day that we took the picture. And so now she's trapped in the bathroom trying to figure out and retrace her steps and figure out what happened and what is chasing her. What is this shadow thing? And thanks for using my Jones emote. I really need to I need to take some time and create some more. They're so much fun. But, all right, so right now she is doing some Google searching to figure out, like, are there any other stories out there? People are posting pictures and sharing with her, and she's starting to piece things together. But what else is out there that I don't know? And she comes across this news story that talks about a lone teenage girl. Trigger warnings for anybody, because I write, this is a horror story, so there's death and all kinds of things involved. But I just figured you guys are like right up on my forehead. I'm going to move you a bit. So she's Googling and she comes across a news story about a lone female hiker who was 17, the same age that they were when they took that picture 10 years ago. And that this girl fell to her death on that same day when they were taking the photo. Now, where this was like a field trip. Was it? Did I say it was a field trip? No, it was a besties trip. That's what I had said. Hold on. Let me go back to my own words. But I think I titled it a besties trip, not a field trip. Okay. So, unless they went really far, and this is a local news story that she came across in Google, in 10 years, she would have heard, right? She would have heard about, like, somebody would have brought it to her attention, like, hey, did you know that somebody died that day? Like, or just because it's local, she would have heard some teenage girl died hiking in that same area that they were in. Even if it wasn't the same day, she would have heard something about it. And I realize now that I wrote it to where she was just kind of discovering this. And so that kind of just blew my mind, because I don't love it. So I just need to rephrase it. I need to figure out how to make it so that she is searching for this, comes across it, and then goes, oh yeah, interesting. I didn't know. Like, it's kind of like what I've been talking about with my rabbit holes lately is I've been researching things that have happened. So I know something about the thing that has happened. I don't know everything about the thing that has happened, but if I go online now, I can find everything and figure out that it's interesting. So that's what I need to do. This helps talking it out, by the way. Thank you. Thank you all. So that helps me. Okay, so I'm going to have to reframe that paragraph, because it shouldn't be a complete surprise that a girl died that day. It should not be. So that was good timing to come across it. I talked it out with y'all. I know how I'm going to attack it when we're done with the break. Oh my gosh, guys. We have done 2 writing sprints. We have. And I'm going to do a third one. This is good. This is a good day, folks. Thank you for being here. All right. So let's see. Boy, what else do I have to talk about? Hey, so uh I I'm going to be a host GM on a cruise. I've talked about that. Yes. On the cruise, or the folks that are going to the cruise, we have started our Discord to talk about the games that we're going to be running, the schedule, planning out excursions together, planning out games together, all that stuff. And here's the thing. Oh my gosh. I love playing, I'm going to misquote it now. Betrayal at House on the Hill. I think that's what it's called. I love playing it, but I rarely get a chance to play it because it's either going to be my regular gaming group, and we don't we're more often playing our D&D campaign or something else than we are having a board game night. So I don't get to play it very often, and I haven't brought it to a convention because most times I'm kind of working the convention and I'm running other games, I'm promoting other things. So I don't usually have time to actually board game. But for this cruise, aside from the games that I will be running, that I will be promoting, there will be time for just open gaming. So the conversation got started, and actually 2 people in the server said, I really want to play Betrayal at House on the Hill. Am I saying the name of that game right? Betrayal. Yeah, at House on the Hill. Okay, just wanted to make sure I was saying it right. So 2 people said it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I have it, and I haven't played it in a while. I will bring it. And then someone else in the chat mentioned, hey, isn't there a Baldur's Gate version of that game? And I had forgotten about it, but yes, there is a Baldur's Gate version of that game, and it plays very differently than the standard edition board game. So I said, hey, I might have access to it because a friend of mine, if I remember correctly, I mean, my gosh, this must have been 10 years ago. I think he had that game. So I reached out to him this morning. I said, hey, do you still have it? And he said, yes. Can I borrow it for the cruise? Yes. Also, I have other things to go with it. So I was happy to report back to the folks who are going on the cruise that I will be bringing both versions of Betrayal at House on the Hill. And I am super pumped. You want to play the Legacy one? Well, then we need to plan a board game night, folks. And we can play through it. Yes. Blank QZ. We should. It's so much fun, but it just, I almost feel like it needs the right crowd. I don't know that it's everybody's cup of tea, but I love it. The other one that I don't get to play very often, I mean, honestly, I think in 10 years I've played it once, is Codenames. Codenames? I think it's Codenames. And there's all kinds of versions of that game. Yeah, it's Codenames. There's all kinds of versions of that game, but that also seems to be a game that people love or just don't. I have the Legacy game at my house. Yes, I do. I mean, wait, let me just be clear. I mean, when you say Legacy, are you talking about just regular old Betrayal at House on the Hill? Because that's what I have. All right. Yeah, so it's been fun planning my excursions. There's also dining packages and things, and while the food is going to be free on the cruise, there are some specialty things that you can sign up for. Apparently there's a restaurant on the ship that's called Wonderland, and for those who know me well, I have a thing about Alice in Wonderland. I had an Alice in Wonderland wedding. I love Wonderland stuff. And so this restaurant experience is essentially the chefs are doing the weird shit with food, right? The shit that you see in fancy dancy restaurants where why would you turn that into smoke and eat it? But why not? So that's not what you mean, Legacy game? They have a legacy version that is a multi-session game. New. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I will look into that. Then maybe I don't have that. But that would be cool. I'm down. I'm so down. Yeah, so I want to sign up for this Wonderland restaurant experience. And so I am trying to see who else is going to be on the cruise that wants to join me for that. And then, of course, there's the Cheese Cave, which I'm very excited about. The Cheese Cave. I mean, I don't even know what's involved with going to a cheese cave, but it's cheese and it's a cave, and I'm happy with both of those. And when they combine, I'm sure I will be just as happy, if not more. So, do I have that link open? I want to talk about this. Where is it? Oh, it might have logged me out. Shore excursions. Let me tell you a little bit about this cheese cave I'm so excited about. Plus that timer went off for my chatting session, but I'm okay to talk about this cheese cave for a minute. La Cava de Marcelo, the cheese cave. This is in Ensenada, Mexico. I'm waiting for information to pop up. Wait with me and enjoy a sip of coffee. Apparently, I can't tell you about this cheese cave. That's all you get, folks. No more information on Cheese Cave. What is... Come on now. It might have logged me. Nope, there we go. Okay, so I can get back to the main page. Cheese Cave, please. Oh, that's pretty funny. So apparently, yeah, it must have timed me out, but it took me to some kind of error page that said, "Oh, ship." I am a sucker for stupid puns and dad jokes. All right. Well, they no longer have my ire for having a website that wasn't working because the O ship got me. Um all right. I think we should get back into it for one more. Yeah. Let me think about this. 15 minutes. Where are we? Okay, so let me say 10. That will put me at a good time. Yeah, so one more sprint. One more full sprint this time instead of 20 minutes. And hopefully I get some stuff done. And then I got to go pick up hopefully, my new glasses. I got an update that said my glasses are done, but I'm also supposed to get the updates for my son's glasses. And so it could just be his. But I think my husband picked his up this morning. And yeah, so hopefully I'll have new glasses tomorrow. That'll be great. Oh, I know. Okay, at the next break, I'm going to talk about He-Man. Okay, so spoilers. If you haven't seen the new movie, when we get to the new break, I'm going to talk about He-Man because we went to go see it last night, and there's some things I got to say. All right, okay, here we go. We're going to focus. I got to get back to my screen first. We're going to focus on, see, look, oh, ship. That's not what we're focusing on. Let's get back to this. All right, and timer. We have the timer. It's in the right place. Let's do this. Okay, 50 minutes and then He-Man. So I'm going to share real quick a little secret, little Amber secret. Whenever I'm trying to type something and it's like, she tapped her forehead thinking, like my brain does that, but I need something better, right? So this, are you guys seeing this? There we go. The Emotion Thesaurus. I love this book. I have it around me all the time. And essentially, if I'm trying to communicate that the character is feeling a certain way without saying that the character feels sad, the character is curious, the character got excited. Instead of saying those things, I can go to the emotion. For some reason, I have a bunch of little random things shoved into the book as like place markers. But if I want to communicate that my character is experiencing fear, well, why? Another thing fell out of the book. Oh my gosh. Experiencing fear, then I can, instead of saying she's afraid, I can say that her face turned ashen, white, pallid, her hair lifted on the nape and arms, she there's body odor and cold sweats. She's experiencing clammy hands, trembling lips and chin. There's all these things that I can use to communicate to the reader that she's afraid without having to say she's afraid. So this is what I'm pulling out right now because I'm trying to figure out how to communicate that she is shocked, surprised. Let me get over to that area. Sadness. Satisfaction. Scorn. Shame. Skepticism. Smugness. Somberness. Surprise and shock. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I was about to do. I was going to say her jaw dropped. The mouth falling open. A hand flew to the chest. Fingers touching parted lips. A gasp. An incredulous stare or dazed look. Jerking the head back. Slapping hands against the cheeks. All right, let me see if I find one that I really, really want. A sudden stiffening posture, rigid muscles. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, let me see. I think I liked, jerking the head back. Yeah, okay, I like that one. All right, Blink QZ, what's up with the 3 stars? Am I missing something? Oh, where'd it go? Okay, my head jerked back. Oh, you sent a link. It might have stopped you. My auto mod setting on Twitch might have blocked the link. I'm going to put that in my reminders to fix. I have a streaming checklist, so I will add this update auto mod to allow links. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Would you share a link too, though? I'd be very interested. I wonder if I can send a link. All right, well. Being... I don't know if that's the right... All right. Not that I have many viewers on the stream right this minute, but sometimes I get like a sentence in my head and it feels like it makes sense isn't the right word. It just feels right. It feels right. But then I feel like someone from the outside is going to go, "Huh?" All right. So this main character, her name's Tilly, kind of wrote her as like, like this is happening somewhere in like the Midwest. I don't know, like Oklahoma or something, a small town, you know. So something like a death would definitely make gossip. And so I was trying to explain this. I did this sentence. My head jerked back. I remember hearing about this. Being from a small town, death makes better gossip than buttered rolls. And it just kind of like, it just formed in my brain. And I like it. I like the idea of like she's likening something to buttered rolls. But does that sentence make sense? I don't know. Death makes better gossip than buttered rolls. Buttered rolls don't make gossip. Maybe I'm going to highlight this sentence to just like think on it and maybe wordsmith it because I don't know. It just when it comes to me like that, I hesitate to change it cuz it feels organic. But it might just not make sense and that was just my brain. Okay, you were just searching for Betrayal Legacy. Yeah. Yeah. Text me the link. I will also, that will remind me to look into it as well. Okay. Oh, I like that. That actually is more evocative of what I'm trying to say. Makes better gossip than Granny's buttered rolls. Like, if Granny's making the rolls, then you know Granny's gossiping. That is more evocative imagery. I'm going to think about it. I'm going to add a little comment too, just in case. So I can come back to it when my brain has had a moment to like ruminate on it. Okay. I'll just add that comment there for now. Thank you for that. looking for. Y'all don't see, but whenever I write, I also have a thesaurus up on another tab because I just don't think like I write. I'm sure that I'm not alone in this as a writer, but the first word that comes to mind is never the best word. I lost what I was looking up. Oh, okay. I remember now. Excitedly, madly, passionately, overzealously. That's a good word, but not what I want. Hmm. Let's change the order of that. It's not the word I want either. Smattering. Like, why would I go to the word smattering first? Small amount. A modicum. Oh, that's a good word, but not one that Tilly would use. A smidgen. Ooh, I like that one. A smidgen. Where to go? Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Probably should make that connection. Yeah. Beneath. Probably beneath. Breathing beneath. Hmm. Hmm. I don't like that sentence. Hmm. I don't know if I like that sentence. Hmm. 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 This would use less words, and I don't know if I love it or not. I forgot I'd written this part. So, this entity, like right before the climax of the story, this entity is essentially counting down to attack, if you will. And there's comments that are showing up on this girl's photo, the one that was taken 10 years ago today. And originally I'd written it that there was a comment on the 10 years ago today memory, and then the 9 years ago today memory, and then the 8 years ago today memory. And I feel like that is taking up some space that I might be able to reclaim. But I still really like the idea of a countdown somehow, because that adds tension to the horror story. Like, you know, this thing has been outside her bathroom door this entire time that she's been trying to figure things out. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Would it be weird if there was just a comment that was like a number 10 and then another number 9 and then another number 8? That just feels weird. It just feels weird. I have to think about it. I got it. I got it. Instead of commenting numbers, someone is just liking the post from 10 years ago today. And then 9, and then 8. I like it. All right, let me think about this. Okay, this is going to save me some words. This is working out well. I like this. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm afraid to look at my word count. I'm at 176 words over. Oh, that needs a capital. That needs a capital. That needs a capital. How many times can you have your eyes clenched before it gets to become too cliche? Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Shoot. Jumped the gun. All right. What was there before? Hmm. 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 Word count sucks. All right. I just realized another thing that I probably should add. So close. I'm like right at the end of this story. Hmm. 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 Just gonna hear me grumbling about how much I don't like this sentence. Hmm. Is that the right word I want? Intentional? Premeditated. I kind of feel like the word architect is a good word, but that's not what I'm looking for. By design. Getting too verbose in this. Too purple. What is this? What is this going to be? Ugh. Come on, thesaurus. You can't give me another word for the scratches? Scratch. Lacerations. Oh, those are good. Scrapes. Scrapes is pretty definitive. I don't think I need to describe that. They were by design. I'm going to need another reader after this. I feel like my story has changed enough, even though I really didn't intend to change it. Gash is a good word, but not for what I need here. I think I've figured it out. I feel like this whole story needs another read through just to make sure I'm getting the right vibe. Okay, so we only have 2 minutes. I'll just talk. So the main feedback for this story was the timeline, which I've got figured out. I think it's fixed. I need to give it a full read through and make sure that all vibes. The other question was, what is the thing? Which, when I wrote it, I had a very clear intention of what the thing was. And apparently it didn't fully come across. There were questions. So the editor was like, is it this person, or did the thing kill that person and we still don't know what the thing is? And so obviously I didn't do a good enough job of communicating what the thing was, because I want the reader to know what the thing is. And so I think I was able to clear that up. Oh, I do need to go back real quick before I forget, because there were scratches on her body that I didn't put in the beginning of the story. Here we go. I still got to think about that line. Being from a small town, death makes better gossip than buttered rolls. And I do like the granny's buttered rolls, but maybe it's like your auntie's buttered rolls. I don't know. I gotta let me get back to this scratches that I gotta add in the beginning here somewhere. Let's see. Here it is. Okay. Article reported the death of a lone female hiker. Torn. Shredded. Her body wasn't shredded. That's that gives me like a visual image of like shredded cheese. Like her body, her skin. Oh, no, not that kind of shred. Here we go. Oh, cut into ribbons. Ooh, I like that. Now I got to remember the word that I used at the end, because I can't use cut into ribbons in the beginning. And then what was the description I used at the end? Scrapes. Not the same thing. All right, let me get back to this real quick. I know the timer is going, but I want to clear this line real quick. Where to go? There we go. Okay. Ragged body, tattered body, on her tattered body. I like that. Also, that was the other. Oh, God, I'm glad I went back to this sentence. There's some kind of drawings on this note, and I didn't add that either. I mean, I just now thought of it, but okay, I'm just going to leave myself a note, because I'm not ready to just sit here twiddling my thumbs while you guys watch me. I'm going to add a comment. Add design, drawing, description. Okay. This is in a good place. I'm glad I finished this. All right, so let's go to the main screen. Bloop. Okay. Boy, you guys are just seeing my forehead. Okay, cool. I'm glad that I fixed the timer issue. It's much preferable to sitting here worrying about that thing dinging in my, because it dings in my ears too, but I'm able to turn the volume down, and for some reason I gotta figure that out on my stream. So it was much calmer just to know that the time was done and that I could just switch over whenever I am ready. Um, okay, so let me. I'm just gonna scan this story real quick. I think. Oh boy. Okay. So aside from giving it a reread, now what I have to do? What is the final word count? Yeah, I'm at 199 words over. So now what I got to really do is read through and figure out what can I get rid of. They didn't seem too concerned with the word count, even though they told me 2,000 words. When I said I was concerned about editing to their needs and also meeting word count, they didn't say like, don't worry about word count, but they also didn't say, yeah, that's going to be a problem, make sure you fit word count. So I might go back to them and just, if I can't cut this back anymore, I mean, 200 words in the light of everything is really not that much, but I should be able to cut back enough so that there's less fluff. And I'm sure there's fluff here somewhere. I'm sure there is. Like, there's a lot of... So, the way I wrote this story, she runs into this motel bathroom, shuts all the lights off and everything, and she's just quietly sitting in this bathroom with this entity outside the door, and she is going through her phone and trying to figure out what's happening. And in between, to kind of break up all this info dump, the door rattles every once in a while. She can hear like scrapes and breathing and things like brushing up against the door. And so there might be some chances for me to save words there. Does that need to happen as often as it does? Or can I just leave it to like a 1-line description and then move on? But I don't want to say that's the heart of the story. It's a horror story, so I need to have the horror in there and not just to have it be a story about somebody researching something that happened to herself while she's in the bathroom. What else? Where else could I cut words? I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to give it a read. But I am liking where it's at. I feel like it's a lot clearer who the thing is and the timeline of everything from 10 years to now. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so I was going to talk about He-Man. Oh my gosh. All right. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen the movie. I don't know that I'm really spoiling too much because He-Man is He-Man and it's been around forever. So if you don't know who He-Man is and like the lore behind He-Man, then I don't know. But we watched it last night. Am I a big fan of He-Man? No. But my husband kind of has a very big soft spot for He-Man. So, and we've also been wanting to go to this theater that's local to us. It's kind of more of a small time theater. And it just has some like, nice small town charm. And so we've been wanting to go to that theater and we finally had an opportunity to go. So we went last night. It has little recliner seats and, popcorn with like real butter. Oh, it's just amazing. So went to go see the movie. Not that the movie was boring. It was actually pretty good. I mean, coming from someone who doesn't love He-Man, I'm not nostalgic to go rewatch the cartoons. We did try to rewatch the original like Masters of the Universe movie, which we've seen a number of times. So I also fell asleep to that. That's how, to me, it's like, it's okay. So we're watching the movie in the theater. I did fall asleep for a little bit in the middle. My husband admits that it was a little bit slow in the middle. The beginning is fun. It's all fun. Like it's a total popcorn movie. Like it's not don't go in expecting like Avengers style level of humor or storytelling. But they did a lot of good fun things. The ending though is where I have trouble because there were a few things that felt like lazy storytelling. And also there was a thing I really wanted to happen that didn't. All right, spoilers coming now. So, Skeletor, my experience with Skeletor is that his voice is very much like, "Nyah, ha, ha," like this high-pitched, annoying, evil villain voice. And Skeletor in the movie has a very deep, like very sexy voice, which I'm not mad at. I was really hoping. I mean, they were giving so many nods to like all the Easter eggs. They're all there. We were catching them, but the fact that they didn't address the voice of Skeletor and like why is it so deep? They could have had just a single line of a joke in there. Or what I was really hoping for was that something would happen in the movie, like he would get punched in the throat, or a magic spell would happen and bounce back, or something to where then his voice changes, even for a moment. Even if it was just for a moment, and then it went back to being deep, sexy Skeletor voice, I would have been happy. But it just didn't happen. They didn't address it at all. So I was really bummed about that. The second thing is that there's a moment where Evelyn is in trouble and says, "Oh, but I have a plan. We have a ritual we can do. Let's do this ritual." And she said it to save her ass, right? But, you know, my brain was like, well, does she have a plan? Is this actually a ritual that's going to happen? And they go to a place and it looks like they're about to kick off a ritual. And then the whole climax of the movie happens and He-Man's there and there's fights and everything. And so I don't know. For some reason, I just really didn't like that because it felt like there was never any clear indication. Like it looked like she had a plan, but then we didn't find out if she had a plan at all. Nor did we find out if there was actually a ritual. Like, they didn't even get started on the ritual. What was the ritual going to do? Like, because there was just no explanation about this ritual. It was, I don't know, it was just really annoying to me. It was like, that was some really lazy storytelling there just to get you to a place so that you could have the climax of this movie. I don't know. I didn't get it. Anybody who's seen the movie, I would love to, hear your thoughts. Anyway, all right. So I think I have someone in my chat who has muted because they don't want to hear any spoilers. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Those are really my two main gripes. Otherwise, it was a really good time. There's the moments at the end of the movie were great. Again, a few nods to things. They left things open. I would be happy if they had another one. And they did, provide some threads at the end so that you're aware that if they do well, they're going to make another movie. So yeah, all in all, a good time. All right. Thumbs up. Everybody see my thumbs up? Yeah. Okay. Unmute. Not that you need to unmute long because, we're almost done here. We have like 2 minutes. So, I'm done talking He-Man. Although I will say, not spoiler, the guy who played He-Man also did a really good job. I really liked him. I didn't like the fact that he was so young in the beginning. Like, I kind of wanted, maybe it's just me because I'm older, but I kind of wanted maybe a little older of a He-Man. But he did a good job. There were actually a few moments where I was like, well, I like his acting. I'm curious, actually, what else he's in. Because sometimes new actors, like, they really nail a part, and then you go to watch some of their other stuff, and it's like, oh, no, it was just that one part. Yes. Okay, so that is not a spoiler for you then? Yes, the original actor, who I believe you're referencing, Dolph Lundgren, he was in it. And there was a really great moment where, you know, kind of like the old guard is passing it off to the new guard kind of a thing. It was a really fun moment. Loved it. Okay. I think that's it, folks. I had a really good session today. Lots of writing done. I can't believe I need to. Here's the thing. I don't want to sit here and have you guys just watch me read something. So I'm going to log off the stream. I'm going to turn off this timer. We don't need to count down to 11 seconds. I'm going to log off the stream. I'm going to go pick up my glasses, my protein, my babysitting plant, and then I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Yeah, so one more writing stream on Thursday. And then on Friday, I'm going to have an after hours podcast, then move to a writer sprint. So I hope to see you all there. I hope you all had a productive writing session, and I will see you soon. Bye.